As the government shutdown drags on, so does the travel mayhem. Airlines now canceling 6% of flights at 40 of the nation's busiest airports, up from the FAA's initial cutback of 4%. And Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says the disruptions could get worse.
You're going to see this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The big disruption thus far, massively more disruption as we come into the weekend if the government doesn't open. It is going to radically slow down. So the House has to do its work.
Air traffic controllers missed their second full paycheck today. TSA officers are also going without pay and still expected to show up to work. Joining us live now is Rebecca Wolf, president of a union representing TSA workers in 6 states, Local 1127. Rebecca, we know that you've worked as a TSA officer yourself for over 20 years. You know what that's like. So how are officers and their families feeling the impacts of this shutdown? I can only imagine.
Thank you for having me. Yes. So they've already been working now without pay for 42 days, and officers are struggling to put gas in their cars just to get to a job that isn't paying them. Families are cutting corners where they can. I've heard of officers skipping medications, and they're falling behind on bills. I've even had people reach out because some have already been evicted from their homes. And I heard of one of our officers within my 6 states who are now living out of their car. So these are public servants who took an oath to protect and to serve the traveling public. And yet their government, our government, has left them without the means to protect and provide for their own families.
Now, President Trump says he's recommending a bonus of $10,000 for air traffic controllers who didn't take any time off during the shutdown. And he says anyone who doesn't get back to work will be, quote, substantially docked.
So here's somebody that goes and shows up every single day. Some of them showed up early because they knew there was going to be a problem. Those people should be rewarded. Others, we can't make it. We can't. You know, a lot of the people that showed up also had a second job. They took a second job temporarily, but they all know the money's coming, and the money was coming. So I want to reward the people that showed up without a lot of nonsense, without a lot of talk. They did their job, and in many cases, they worked longer hours to get us through this period.
Now, President Trump was talking about air traffic controllers, but many TSA officers have shown up every single day. Some have called out sick. What is your reaction to the president's message that those who don't show up may be docked?
That's not right by any means. These officers, they show up, and they're not showing up because of what obviously our leaders are taking care of, but they're showing up out of integrity and commitment to the mission and to protect the flying public. And to hear things like that when they are suffering due to no fault of their own, our elected officials are doing this to them, I find that outrageous. And it's horrible because we don't get paid because we're government employees, but you have congressmen who are being paid, who don't come and do what they're supposed to do. They were off for a month and getting paid while these officers and other federal workers are showing up and doing the best that they can. But at some point, something's got to give. You can't live for free.
Yeah, so many air traffic controllers have experienced a government shutdown before. We're talking about back in 2018, 2019. But how is this shutdown different?
This one feels really different, and it's worse. Obviously, it's longer than the last one. But for my personal experience with the TSA, there seemed to be a little bit better communication back then. It was chaotic, but it was nothing like it is now. We're experiencing more chaos, less communication and clarity. The government, we know government shutdowns happen. But why aren't there strict guidelines or directions for the TSA or other agencies that are dealing with this? After 20 years, we've experienced multiple government shutdowns, and there's still no clear procedures or guidelines in place. So it just feels more chaotic.
Absolutely. You know, our ears certainly perk up when you hear $10,000 bonus, and that certainly would go a long way for these workers. Do you feel that the TSA workers should also be rewarded with that type of bonus?
I feel anybody actually that shows up and does their job during the shutdown. I mean, personally, just pay us. But if they're going to offer a bonus, it's hard for me because those that are furloughed, they're not furloughed because they want to be. They're being forced to. And then you've got people who are calling out because they can't pay for their childcare. They can't pay for their gas to get to work. That's not their fault. So if they're going to give bonuses to everybody to live because they lived through this and survived, I think that would be more rewarding and say thank you, but it shouldn't have happened to begin with.
Rebecca Wolf, thank you so much. Hopefully this will end soon. Appreciate it.
Thank you.